My the Masters of Pharmacy in the Pharmacology from the same institutes and the same university. And then when I'm doing my the dissertation, I moved to the CSIR Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine for my master's thesis. And from there, I got motivations. And then I started preparation for the PhD. And then I worked there for the 3 years. Then I came back to the Lucknow and I joined the NBRI, CSIR National Political Research Institute under the Dr. Rao. And I got the fellowship from the UGC and then I completed my PhD from the CSIR NBRI and jointly I registered to MIT University in Safe Lucknow campus. So in 2021, I got my PhD in the pharmaceutical sciences, and from there I moved to the AIMS New Delhi, and I worked there in a DBT projects as a senior research fellow. And in meantime, I was doing some extracurricular activity related to the rural development because one of my projects which I was doing in the AIMS New Delhi, it was related to the community medicines and I have to be stay in the Jharkhand with the rural tribe people. Then I realized that I have to do something. Then I started uh, doing something and then I registered for my MBA in the rural management and from there I completed in 2023 position and in 2023 I was started working as a research associate in the MIT University Lucknow campus only under the Dr. Lucy Mohbatra ma'am and the project which was funded by the Indian Council of Medical Research to the Dr. Lucy Mohbatra, the title and what I was working in the MIT University, that was truly relevant to the position which was I applied in the US, and because of that position, because of that I got the postdoc position, and 2023 August I moved to the US for my research career to give the new direction of my career. And here I realized that the career path for the PhD is the totally different. Now is there a large gaps. Earlier, these are the outdated model. Generally, people do masters, PhD, and one start postdoc of the 6 month, 1 year, and then they convert into the assistant professor. But now, the second in these slides, you have seen the updated model. After the PhD, they have to do the 1 to 5 career development positions, then academia, then non-academic jobs, then preparation of the government and medicine industry, and then they will get the assistant professor job in the good university with the good salary with the number of attempts, number of interviews. And these are the age at the first position where and the position of the assistant professor, people can get the grants. And at the age of the bachelor, 21 and 22, and PhD at the age of the 27 and 29. And this graph shows the pink relevant denoted the men, women, and the blue one indicated the men from the 1995 to 2020, and the age, how on the first age, the number of grants people get, which relevant to the age, and this is the one NIH projects, and they find these are the things. And here I realized that here the study and the things is totally different in our country. Here one of professor, he is my collaborator. He completed his PhD at the age of the 20, and he became the assistant professor at the age of the 23. And now he is the chair at the age of 30, 31. He is the chair of the department. So we work our focused with career. No, actually, what I have to do after my PhD, after my masters, after my B.Pharm. So it's very easy to get the position in early age and to make a high level of achievements. Now, what are the important factors securing a research academic position? There are a number of factors. I listed here some of the positions. First one depend on the fundings, how much funding, how funding is more important, and how as a student or as a PI, as assistant professor, how we can work to take the grants from the government fundings, from the private agency, from the social corporate, social corporates to grow ourselves as well as to the institutes where we are working, and as well as to our students, how we can grow to our students. And the productivity in the terms of the publication records, and it's also varies by the individual. Someone have the net gate gpad, someone are working through the project assistant, then project technician, then jrf srf. So there is the one long term, there is the one short terms, and another one is the inspire. If any students, they have a, they taught their university or their classes and they got the inspire faculty, they got the inspire fellowship, then they can go directly to the phd. But for our pharmacy background, these all are the very good things. We can grow if we guided and we realize in the early stage. Then appealing research, yeah, how we feel a specific research gap in the department, how innovative our research topics, and how innovative are the techniques. And the fourth one is the interview. Maybe we may not be win the job, but can certainly lose the job. Public presentation, chalk talk, the presentation during the chalk talk, the way of teaching during the chalk talk, and one-to-one faculty meetings of the departments, followed by the heads, chairs, and other staff. Application package, when you apply for the grants and when you apply for the position, then how you make, yeah, prepare your application, how you shape, is the shape is the good or the excellent ultimate one. You have to check this first 2 to 3 times. You have to make your application as per the schools. If you are applying in the pharmacology departments and but your application is showing more than the other departments, so definitely there is a less chances of the selections. Yeah, there is a less chances of the shortlisting. So make your application package like that. If when anybody open and when they started reading line one and they go on through line 1, 2, 3, 4, then automatically their interest will be going to increase by line to line, and definitely it will make your application shortlisted as your selection. Then network, how you build your network within your home institutions, through the conferences, yeah, through the social medias, and any other, through the references. And the second, and the one more factor is the contact, how you contact the persons to whom you meet earlier. You have to follow up the emails, you have to be in touch with him, with her via email, with personal request. And now the social media is the more, and follow up them, send them, build their relationships, build their emails like that. So in future if you get help, then they can be helpful to you. They can provide the reference letter. Reference letter is also a important factors in securing an academic position. Then revise, every reference letter is the different for the every position, every applications, every expertise, and every schools. And you have to rotate your referees. And the timing, what is the perfect timing to apply your application? Suppose that while sitting in India and you are applying in the US, and in India you are applying in the 10 a.m. But here in the US it may be 11 p.m. And at that time no one is going to see your application. Now I am giving lecture here. In India it's 10:30 a.m. But here it's night 12:15 p.m. 12:15 a.m. In that time, while sitting in India, you was sending an email to me. I'm not going to see your email in that night because I am sleeping. And when I wake up morning and when the professor, anybody open their email, they have already a number of email. So your email will be going to down. So it won't be visible. So you have to be mail your application. You have to mail your things with their time zone, with their timing. So timing is the important factors. securing an academic position, either research position, as per the interest of the candidates. This is my path to the postdoctoral position. After my PhD, I started I preparing my CB and SOB in December 2019. Then I started applying. First application I submitted in the January 2021. Then after that, after my 30 to 50 application in the 2022, I got first interview but not selected. Then again I submitted my postdoc application when I joined my position as a research associate at the Amity University. Amity University become boon for me, and then again I started keep applying, and then a number of applications got rejected till November 2022, and then I got selected for the postdoc in Taiwan in January 2023 and Japan in March 2023, and interview for US in the March 2023. Then March 2023, I got the first interview for the US, and I got selection in the April 2023, and I got offer letter in the May 2023, and visa processing and documentation it taken time, and by June 2023 I completed all the things, and by August 2023 I reached US and I started my position and I started doing my work. So you can see here how much time it taken. And it doesn't mean that I just seated and I started doing and I got the position. These things I created in my mind when I was doing my bachelor's. I started thinking in my bachelor, I had started implementing to the real things in my masters and during my PhD when I got the environment. Then again I burned myself and again I started thinking like this. And if you think from 2009 to 2010, 23, see how many years it taken to get this position. It's not an overnight journey. So the students who are sitting there, either they are doing the bachelor's, either they are doing the master's, yeah, either any faculty who completed their master's and PhD are doing the PhD, and they are still working as an assistant, associate professor, a professor, and they really want to do something different, they really want to do their postdoc. So this is the right time to start searching for the position. This is the right time to start thinking for the BPharm or master students to come up with this position. If the guidance is going on the right time, and this time for the bachelor and master student, this is the perfect time to think them and they can start thinking about them. So maybe in future they can get the good position anywhere in the world, not US. Europe is the more good than the US. But they need to create a vision after 10 years, after 15 years, where they want to see yourself. In September 2020, if you see the slides, this is my path of the postdoctoral position. In September 2021, I submitted my first application. In November 2022, I attended some conferences. In March 22, I got my first interview. In April 2022, another one interview. In May 2022, I have 4 interviews through Zoom. And then in April 2023, I got the UT Health interview. And then March 2023, I got the second interview. And then in May 2023, the postdoc position was accepted and I started in August 2023. And during this tenure, if you see, I applied for the more than 1,000 jobs, 20 plus 25 email inquiries, around the 1,500 institutions around the world, 20 interviews plus Amity Research Associate retirements, 10 second interviews, and after that I got 3 to 4 offers and I chosen to the US. This is the journey for my postdoc position. So this is the right time to the audience, especially to the bachelor's and master's students. They have to think from right now, and maybe in the future they will get the good position. And never think about that postdoc position is a very big thing. What you are doing there, they have the same things you have to do here, but you have to start to put more efforts from there. For the application, you need the cover letter, CV, and the research statements. If you have any teaching experience, then you have to do the teaching statements. Then diversity, equity, and the inclusion statement and the references. References is the most important part. While mentioning the name of the references, be careful to mention the name of the references which you have the good relation of you and your PI and your teachers and your assistant professor, SOP, or your head of the departments. They have a very, you have to maintain a very good relation. And the relation is like that, when you ask them, when you email them, they can certainly email your reference letter, they can certainly ready to help you. So my humble suggestion to the our bachelor, masters, and PhD students, especially some of the faculties also, if you are thinking about this thing, so maintain your relation with your teacher in the very good way, very respectful way, and very honor way, and in a familiar way. Don't be to get their letter, to get their thing. In US, reference and reference letter is the very important. इन इंडिया पीपुल से दैट जुगाड़ मेरा लिंक है तो मेरा काम हो जाएगा, मैं उनसे कॉल करा दूंगा. बट हियर इन यूएस, होल यूएस, रिकमेंडेशन लेटर इज रनिंग. एवरीवन फॉलो द रिकमेंडेशन लेटर्स ओनली. Anywhere you go, for any position, for any job, they everyone ask the three recommendation letter. Without this recommendation, your application only go. So here environment is that every student from the high schools, they are groomed like way they have to maintain the relation with their teachers the very way. And this also depend on the teacher and professors also. They have to maintain their relation in the very familiar way to their students. They do writing, and both is the mutual correlation. They can help to each other. Student will go, the teacher's name family will go. Student will degrade, the teacher name family will degrade. So this is the mutual correlation. But student must be remembers the references and recommendation letters is the more important to grow your career. In the application, in the cover letter, first 4 to 5 paragraphs, you have to write the aim. This is the only one page. In the first paragraph, you have to introduce yourself and the highlight importance, accomplishments and attributes. Second and third paragraphs is the summarizing whatever training you did, whatever research projects you completed, and whatever accomplishment you have, whatever social work you have done. In the fourth paragraph, you have to describe what interests you in the school and why, how you fit in with this school and department, how your expertise, how your degree or how your interest will be fitted with my department, why I will take you. And the fifth paragraph summarize what makes you an outstanding candidate. This paragraph is the most important paragraph, and here you have to write in very respects. You no need to lose yourself. You no need to highlight more extra to yourself. You have to write this paragraph in the much balanced way. ना तो आपको कमजोर दिखाना है और ना तो आपको बहुत नॉलेजफुल दिखाना है. This is the CV formatting. How your CV looks like that. So the formatting of the CV is the most important thing. It may make it readable and interesting. And when HR people, the professor, when they started reading your CV, they started scheming, they started swimming in that. And every line they are going to be in the deep interest. So automatically it will going to help you. Research statement, you know the page length. Try to maximize the space. Describe the 2 research projects. Whatever you are the most important in the, you have to mention the same things in which you have the more confidence, more knowledge, and you are confident on yourself that these things I can explain in any way. You only have to mention these all the things, concepts, area of the study based on the school and department, first research project, which one is the stronger project, what is the most data, what is the most details. Second research project is still is the developing good hypothesis or interesting concept, how to generate any idea, how you take it the same strategy from the research to the new idea. And then one paragraph is the preliminary idea, which doesn't require more detail, just you have to write one line. And one paragraph related to your the potential collaboration with the faculty and the new institutions. And the summary paragraph, how you are going to describe your research program exciting and exceptional. Teaching, if you have a teaching statement, then you have to mention the prior teaching experience, approach to the classroom teaching and lab mentoring. If you are performing any lab in EVAS, here is the two culture. In the university here people are working in the two types. There is the one full-time faculty. They come every day like us and they are doing live lecture. But most of the university they are working on the part-time faculty. They hire a faculty on the hourly basis. If they will pay them and they will pay to the faculty on the hourly basis for the lab point of view in the different faculty are the teaching point of view, the different faculty, and if they are doing to both, for their pay norms is the difference. So these things is the curriculum of year. So you have to mention your proper approach to the classroom teaching and the lab mentoring and teaching requirements. It vary by the school, 2 to 3 to 30 hours, either in pharmacognosy, either in pharmacology, like that. Then diversity, equity, and inclusion statement, previous work experience, work environment that impacted your views. Then why that DEI is the important to you, that diversity, equity, and inclusion statement is important to you, and how will you contribute to an environment that promote diversity, equity, and inclusion statements. And the references, revise for the each schools and rotate referees depending on the schools or departments. Interview process, first interview may be in the person or Zoom, so you will be have to prepare for that. Read up on the school department and faculty detail. Suggest faculty you want to meet with. Practice your lecture and chalk talk with an audience. If is there in any chalk talk, then you have to practice on the markers at your home. Then prepare a list of questions to ask faculty and chair. You have to ask when you are interviewing, interviewer is also going to ask you. But in the last, they will give you one option. Anything you want to ask to us, then for them you must have to ask some question. If you are not going to ask any questions, then it means you are not more attentive. In India, क्या होता है कि इंटरव्यू ने आप गए इंटरव्यू देने के लिए, इंटरव्यू ने क्वेश्चन ले लिया, ना तो कोई पूछता है ना तो आप पूछते हैं, और गलती से आपने पूछ भी लिया तो फिर आप गए, इसी दिन आप बाहर हो गए. हियर इधर ऐसा नहीं है. इधर यदि आप क्वेश्चन वापस करते हैं उनसे, और जितना ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन करते हैं उतना ही ज़्यादा आपके सलेक्शन होने के चांसेस बढ़ते हैं. बट दैट क्वेश्चन मस्ट बी द लॉजिकल. Why did you choose this school? Is senior leadership supportive? Where do you see in the department in 5 years? What challenges do you face here? What neighborhood do you live in? What do you do outside of work? These all are the process for the interview. Day 1 interview with the PI, first 15 minutes discuss about yourself, second 15 minutes discussion about current and research projects, third 15 minutes future projects and idea, fourth 15 minutes PI discussion about the lab and lab work. Here these are the module of the interview. You have to assign for the 1 hour, and then this one hour it is divided in the 15 minutes, and these type of the things we have to discuss there. Then in day 2, interview with the lab manager and the research scientist, know how much space about the work and the lab techniques. In lab persons, one-to-one meeting, then lab 2 virtually, and if you are in person, then in person lab 2. But you have to need to take the notes of things, whatever you require. In day 3, interview and interaction with the lab mates, then discussion about the projects and lab skills, introduction of the lab member, then introduction of the lab systems and process. And if this day 3 will be good, then you will go into the day 4 interview with HR, then interaction with Office of International Affairs, then visa and other documentation process, and other guidelines, university guidelines, and then you have to take the notes of these all the things. Then in the interview process, you have to contact follow-up emails, if status requested after interview, then in direct contact through the mentor and colleague and personal request, and travel Be prepared, arrive early, review your itinerary in advance. How will you get from the airport to the hotel? How will you get from the hotel to school? These are the things you have to keep in mind. And this interview process is the so long process, so you no need to take any stress. You just have to enjoy the process. And in to enjoying this interview process, you must visit any city and you have to watch any movie. And the second interview, if you are finalist, then this is the real interview. Tour facilities in the greater detail, meet with the graduate programs and core directors, then settle meeting with the select faculty, then welcome and congratulations, and then offer letter. And then you can ask, can I see myself where I'm going to work and where I'm going to sit there. These all are the process you had to go. And from these all process, I was went. You have to also negotiate your salary. This salary is vary by department, school by school, PI by PI. Talk to colleague, they are who are junior, senior postdoc, or those who are recently hired. Look at their position, ask them, go through the Google and select, see the US labor reports and the average salary in your field, and then you can in that position to negotiation of the salary, and you must have to be negotiate your salary. Otherwise, they will give you lesson. In US, one thing is very clear: they will offer you whatever they decide. But if you want something more, then you have to ask. If you are not going to ask, they are not going to give you. If you ask, definitely they will give you. They are believing that. Then startup package designed to cover equipment and related expenses to the startup lab. Special or dedicated equipment needs. Make a list. Yeah, whatever things you do for your particular project and research, and then from that you can start doing their things. In your lab space, auxiliary space, office space, benefits in the terms of your health insurance, in your retirement, in the medical plan, value your worth, and make sure everything you need is in the writing. If there is nothing in writing, so it can't be more worthy here. So it is the more important thing to make everything is in written. And this is the salary. Here is the different salary in the different schools, in the different city, in the different states. And these all are the categorized in the three categories: school A, school B, and school C. And these all categories described like that in India, like that Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, like that. Then Lucknow and other capital. So like that here, if you are in the school A, then your annual salary will be the $61 428 in the school B, and then school C like this. So you have to also keep these all things in your minds. Resources, from where you can get these all types of the resources: mentors, current and past mentor, career mentor, ask for the budgets, research statements, and other templates. Either you can go through the NIS websites, either webinars like this type of the symposium, international conferences can help you, job posting, yeah, other related helpful news. And if you are applying in particular university, then every university have their one postdoc office. From there, you can find the open position. Rest of the Google, Monster, LinkedIn, Twitter. Nowadays, LinkedIn is the more valuable things and more fruitful things. And I would suggest to every bachelor and masters and PhD students, you must have to spend at least 1 hour in the LinkedIn rather than the Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and wasting your time to watching the reel. Important factors in my job search: where will I have the best opportunity to build my career? These things you have to think. Then support from the senior leadership, your teachers, your mentors, your seniors, and your good contacts. Then core facilities, you can in India there are a number of the core facilities there. In everywhere is the core facility, everywhere is the good collaboration. So this may be the more important factors. Then trainees, if and is there any undergraduate program where you can learn something, what is the quality of the grade students, how many enter the program, and how you can attract any postdoc or city particular to the schools, and how your family life. And you're moving, your family is going to disturb, your family is supporting you, your education is supporting your lifestyle, your health is supporting you. These are things is the important factors for searching a new job or you are going in the new places. So these are things you must have to be keep in your mind. And advice to my young postdoc, be proactive, start planning early, need time to generate data and apply for the grants, career plans, projects idea can change. You are your best advocate, never believe on anyone, only trust on yourself, do hard work. और एक चीज हमेशा अपने दिमाग में रखना, आपको आप ही बना सकते हो, कोई भी आपको बनाएगा नहीं। आपके टीचर, आपके मेंटर, आपके लोग आपको गाइड करेंगे, बट आजकल के इन्वायरमेंट में, आजकल के ज़माने में वो भी गाइडेंस केवल एक लोग ही सही देंगे, बाकी लोग सही गाइडेंस नहीं देंगे। दे विल नेविगेट, दे विल डिस्ट्रैक्ट योर रूट्स। सो बी फोकस्ड and always listen your hearts and always listen your hearts. You cannot always depend on others. Not everyone has your best interest at heart. Promote yourself on the social media and create your networking. You never know when someone might be able to help you. So you start creating your network. जितना ज़्यादा आप अपना कॉन्टेक्ट बढ़ाओगे, जितना ज़्यादा आप अपना नेटवर्क बढ़ाओगे, उतना ही ज़्यादा आपको हेल्प मिलेगी। एंड कोई नहीं जानता कि आपको कब कहाँ पे हेल्प कर सकता है। कलेक्ट मेंटर्स, रेफरेंसेस, सोर्सेस फॉर द फ्यूचर ट्रेनिंग्स एंड फ्यूचर वर्क प्लेस। That's all. These are the things. Hope it will help to all of you. And if you anybody have any question, they can ask me. And here is my email ID. I will prefer to Gmail. You can follow me on the LinkedIn and Facebook. Whatever, किसी को कभी भी किसी तरीके की information चाहिए, I am ready to help you. Each and every one of you. And in the last, I would like to thank to Dr. Arpita ma'am for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I would like to thank Ryan Patel also for this technical help out. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Yes, ma'am, here is the 12:30 in night.
But there you are at night time, and
Yeah, ma'am.
you have spared this time. It's I know high time to sleep. No one is
Yeah,
going
but
to.
it's fine, ma'am. It's fine, ma'am.
That's why. And we are very thankful to you that you have given us time, and our students might be benefited from you. And once again, thank you. And श्रवण जी से बहुत दिनों से हमारा लिंक रहा है. And I was asking him to come, and whenever he come, we'll have a physical session also.
श्योर मैम, जब भी मैं आऊँगा जरूर आऊँगा, और शायद पहला विजिट आपका ही होगा।
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो आई कैन रिप्लाई।
किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है? एनीबॉडी? बोलिए।
बाकी किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो मेरे को ईमेल करें, कुछ भी करें। आई एम 24/7 आई कैन रिप्लाई। ओके।
They'll be in touch with you. We are having over here UG, PG students also. So
Okay, great.
this session is very beneficial as for those teachers also who are working here and they are pursuing PhD.
Hope ma'am, I am trying to give my best of the best
Thank
guidance.
you so much. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Shamanji. Now it's high
Thank
time
you
to sleep
so
now.
much. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Those who are participating for the oral presentation, they can come in front. From Ankrite, Nirmal Kumar, Mohammad Buzar, Abhishek Srivastava. From Goyal, Ashish Chaudhary, Richa Patel. Are they here present? Oral presentators. Any other beside these names?